Hello, I'm Dr. April Gant, and I am here today for another Girls Hour of Women Power. And I am joined today with my beautiful
Gabbie and Auna.
We are so glad that you could join us today. We're going to talk about some really fun things. So let's just hop right into it. First of all, we want to talk about some women's health and how it relates to the Emsella. You see, guys, that I am sitting on the Emsella chair today. Whenever it's on, it really feels good, and it has a lot of great benefits. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about it. Have you guys tried the Emsella chair? Yes.
Yes, I have. It's different. It's a different feeling. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, but it's not
feels
painful
pretty good, though, right?
Yeah,
It is good. A lot of people actually get addicted to it because, you know, you're sitting here, you're getting these vibrations, you're getting your Kegels, something we need, and it's easy. It's like you don't have to just, usually they say do your Kegels, because it helps with so many different things. But we'll do our Kegels, we'll start doing our contractions. We don't even know if we're doing them right. We just squeezing. We don't know what's going on, but I'm squeezing. And next thing you know, somebody starts talking to me and the squeezing stops and the Kegel exercise stops. I did about 10 and now I'm finished.
I know a lot of women, they were like, oh, am I doing a Kegel right? They don't even know if they're doing it right or even how to do it. So it's really cool that the chair just does it for you. You just get to sit in it.
Yeah. What has your experience been like?
It was a different experience. We really are supposed to do them Kegels, but we just do different things. And, you know, during our life, we forget to do it.
Yeah.
So that is a good way to just come and chill for 30 minutes and you can do your Kegels.
And it's never too early. You know, it's never too early. A lot of people try to wait until you're older to start doing your Kegels, but it is never too early to do your Kegels. You can start that early on. As early as people have kids at 20, 25, you need to start Kegels right after, because those are the things that is part of the health. You can actually get a prolapse in those areas, and you understand that they're weakened. Those muscles are weakened after having a baby. Right. So a lot of those ladies have incontinence. You always hear ladies saying, I have incontinence, or, you know, just I feel like I keep getting urinary tract infections, or different things like that right after having a baby. That's one of the biggest things. Or they always saying, I got to run to the bathroom. I got to run to the bathroom.
Or they can laugh or sneeze. And
Yes.
Yeah, they got it.
Yes.
They, you know, have to constantly wear a pad or something because of that.
Yes. And haven't you noticed, like, when women are pregnant, during the pregnancy, what are they saying all the time? They have to do what?
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. So what that is doing is that that uterus is growing, and it's actually weakening the pelvic floor, because it's getting bigger and bigger, getting the bladder it has a push down on that. And you feel all that pressure. And when you feel that pressure, then you have to go to the bathroom. Right. So it weakens that wall while
and
you're
it takes
pregnant.
them kind of a little bit for that to all get back to normal, right?
It takes a while. And that's why we always tell them right after pregnancy, do your Kegels. But a brand new baby, new things going on in the life. Who's thinking about Kegels?
Doing a Kegel? No.
Nobody's thinking about Kegels.
I have not thought about it at
No,
all.
I didn't think about that Kegel.
No.
So, like I said, it is never too late. But this way right here, this is like even good for those women. Right after pregnancy, you can come. It is safe, no harm, nothing like that. It's not going to affect anything. And you can actually really start to repair that pelvic floor.
Now, do you feel like is ever too early to start Kegels? I know we say usually like right after birth, but people can do it, you know, before, right?
Yes.
It's never too late. Never
as long
too
as you
early.
don't have any bleeding, anything like that going on. We definitely don't like if a woman did have trauma while she had her baby, and a lot of stitches or anything like that. So, of course, we want that to be healed, okay? Because we don't want any bleeding. We don't want to burst anything back open or anything like that. Yes. So as long as that's healed, you can come on in. The older people, I kind of feel sorry for our older ones. They kind of waited. Nobody told them that this would be a great idea. So it takes them a little longer, and, you know, they had to find out the hard way that this is what I need. So they end up being incontinent, and not even older, usually as early as like 40. You have women saying, I got to run to the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom. I got to use the bathroom. I can't even hardly get home. And they don't want to stop at the gas station. They don't want to stop anywhere. But sometimes it gets that bad. Well, you got to just stop wearing.
And then it gets that bad, and it's like their quality of life. Like they don't want to leave the house, or they know that if they do, it's going to have to be a quick one because they're not going to be able to enjoy it. It's going to take them away from like their family and everything else.
And you know they want to go out socially, have drinks. But sometimes they're like, oh gosh, I can't even have a drink. Every time I try to have a drink, I got to run to the bathroom. And then sometimes they got to wear the pad. Whenever it's time to be intimate and you got this pad on because of your incontinence, it's like you got to go take the pad off before you can be intimate, or you don't want them to touch it. You know, like I want you to feel what's going on down there. So it's so many things that this chair can really help with. And women go around with that problem, you know, not knowing that, okay, there's something I can do about this. I don't have to keep running to the gas station, doing different things like that. It stops them from being able to hang out with friends, being intimate. This chair is something that is the answer to a lot of those problems that people have. Do you guys have any other questions about the chair, or anything else that we can kind of share with people about this chair, or, you know, about women's health? It is, you know, the hour of power for women. Women's hour of power.
I do feel like we need to get a little bit more comfortable talking about things that go on with us, like for instance the Kegels, or us, you know, getting to the point where we are running to the restroom. You know, women are superheroes and we're supposed to always have it together, and even if we don't, we have to appear like we do. But so a lot of times these things that we deal with with our health, we do kind of put on the back burner, and we don't know if the next woman next to me is having the same exact, you know, issue that I'm having. So just shedding more light on women's health and being able to talk about just as simple as incontinence or having to run to the restroom, or, you know, where you get once you're having to, you know, use the pad, and then how you're feeling, like even in your intimate life, like things change, like it needs to be talked about more. We all need to, you know, be able to say, hey, like this isn't working, even when, you know, like you said, we're supposed to have it together. We should talk about it more. It brings more awareness, and then we learn. The more we talk about it, we know everybody, it's everyone. We're all going through it. So I think we should always be open to talk about it more.
I think it's good that we can come together and, you know, other people can relate to what we're saying, because maybe it's someone else out there going through this and they're like, I wish I could tell someone. Since we're able to actually sit and talk, they're like, oh, I got that problem. I got that problem. I was with a friend one day, and she was looking at everybody, and I said, why are you looking at that lady, the way that lady's pants are fitting her? Why you keep looking at everybody? She said, because I can tell who got a pad on and who got a diaper on. I said, what? She said, I just want to know how I be looking, because I said, you wear a pad and a diaper?
Trying to see how she looks.
Yeah. And she said, yeah, I have to wear a pad and a diaper. I said, girl, you never told me that. You never told me that. And she said, yes, I do. And then she started telling me her problems and her reasons. And all I could think was, you know, there's an answer for that. You know, there's an answer. But that's something that she had been keeping to herself for a long time, because I had to ask her, how long you been wearing a pad? Because I didn't know you was wearing a pad. I said, did you think I had a pad on? I know. She said, no, I know you didn't have no pad on. She said, I'd already looked at you. I said, I didn't even realize, you know, you was that young and you would have to wear a pad. And she was like, yeah, I have to wear my pad. I have to wear my full pad. But needless to say, she did start doing the Emsella. And once I told her about this, it definitely helped her out. What I like about us, you guys, we got actually 3 kind of different generations. We got the younger, the middle, and then me as the older. So you can kind of see 3 different generations here and what we kind of go through when it comes to women's health. But no matter what, we can all still relate. And then we can relate to our audience, you know, of all different ages, which I think is really good. Now, what do your age group go through when it comes to incontinence?
They don't be going through nothing.
They don't be going through. Now, what does your age group go through when it comes to women's health? What are some questions that you guys have? What are some things, some concerns?
Our generation, it's kind of just like more of like kind of learning our body in a way, because I guess just going into it, a lot of people don't explain to us like what our body is really supposed to do. Like I know a lot of my generation is becoming pregnant, so a lot of people don't walk them through what that experience is supposed to go through. Now after they give birth, it's like all these things are happening, and now they're like, what is going on?
Exactly. Yep. So that is very true. They don't know, and it would be good if it was like a class for them to know those kind of things. I also think that pelvic health is really good for your generation because a lot of people in your generation, that's when they start to have pelvic inflammatory disease. And have you ever heard of that?
I have not.
Yes, and see, that is the pelvic floor inflamed. And it comes from actually different things. It comes from your sexual partners. So you want to make sure that you are having safe sex. So that's one of the things that is very important, a good way to prevent that. And then also whenever you get ready to get pregnant, that's when a lot of people start to find out they do have different things, because now you're actually going to a GYN for a reason and things are going on down there that you just didn't know. Like someone has said that pelvic health is one of the last things on your mind at that younger generation, and nobody's talking to you about it. You don't know anything. You don't even know the questions to ask.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like when in middle school or high school where they give like sex education, kids don't be paying attention to that. So now when they become an adult, they're like wanting to know all this answers, like what is going on with my body, basically.
I don't know about you, but for me, like growing up, it was like shown to talk about these things, and that's a lot of times I do see that does happen. So then people are scared to ask these questions. Something might be going on, but it's like, oh no, we don't talk about that, or that's something you're too young to talk about. So I think people are still kind of stuck in that, and we grow up that way, and it's like, no, it's okay, but how you were raised kind of does affect that.
And I think that is why some young girls are promiscuous, which is not good at all, is because they are trying to figure out their body. They don't realize that, no, that is not what you're supposed to do with your body, but that's them just really trying to explore and figure out their body because nobody else told them about that. I think that's very important. It should be something that should be discussed in school. When you're young and you're talking about it, they want to giggle, they want to laugh. Yeah, they all, and I think in some schools, we're trying to talk about it with the younger kids, but the parents even said, no, I don't want my kids to know about it. Not realizing your kids probably already know about it. They probably needed that education. But some of the parents were like, no, I don't want my kids to be seeing those kind of things and being exposed to things like that. But they were trying to kind of teach about some pelvic health and let them know about the boys' parts, the girls' parts. But parents were saying, nope, they did not want that into schools.
And it's all more The more you know, like the better you're gonna be able to have, like, make those decisions, or just go through life. They need to know more at that age. They do.
And I'd rather for them to learn from a curriculum instead of going on TikTok, social media, and letting those people. Yes, that's when it can be very misleading when you're getting that type of content. And there you go again, trying to figure it out. That's what I've seen on TikTok. That's what I've seen on social media. So I'm trying to figure it out. So I much rather them have a curriculum.
We got a bunch of internet doctors, guys.
Yes.
So, and then these kids, take to heart, or any generation really, if they don't know, they take to heart what they see on the internet. If it's posted, it's true, black and white, and that is not the case. It's not always the case. So
I feel like that's one of the things that's like taking back my generation a lot, because they're trying to learn everything on social media, and it's like, it's okay. You can go to a doctor and learn about your body. Learn about your body, because it's very crucial. It's very important.
Definitely.
So do you think your generation, social media is where they actually go to the doctor at?
Yeah, even Google.
Yes, and Google.
So like, what is this discharge? They'll just look it up on TikTok or wherever they look it up at now, and they'll just go based off what they say.
I think it would be really neat if they had teenage telehealth doctors. Maybe they could talk to someone professional. Teenage telehealth. Like, this is a real doctor. You call this number and it's called teenage telehealth. And then, since it's social, everybody like doing things like that. They don't want nobody to know, but then it'll still be legit. You get you a good doctor and you get to talk about the things you want to talk about. Because nobody wants to do face-to-face. Everybody wants to do this social media thing.
And I think it comes from like the shyness of it all. I think with our generation, most of the parents, they are young. So it's like a young person trying to raise a young person. So it's like they don't really know about their bodies a lot, but then they're trying to explain it to this child of theirs that's young too. So that's, I think, where it comes from a lot too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that.
I know. I seen it was horrible. I seen a TikTok, and this this girl was trying to stop her period had started, and she was on vacation. She was trying to stop it, and she was mixing like Kool-Aid packets and this other stuff in this water, and she drank it, and it ended up stopping her period. But I was like, oh God, all these children on here doing this, like gonna see if this works. And she had put like a bunch of like ibuprofens in it as well. Like she just made her little concoction, and it was on TikTok, like just on there. And I was like, had a bunch of likes, a bunch of shares.
And
I'm
a bunch
like,
of
I'm like, this is
yes.
not how you do it. Like, 'cause, it might have, and it was so, because it worked for her. And then all these children or young folks are like, oh, I need to stop mine. And they're making all these concoctions and putting too much ibuprofen in a drink with Kool-Aid packets. Like, no. So, yeah, that's scary. It is scary.
It is. A lot of those things are scary. And like I said, we do need some good places where teenagers or younger people can actually go to on social media. And it can be reliable information, reliable resources. So I'm glad that we could all come together today to talk about some things. And, maybe we can help someone. And what we'll do is we'll do this a little more often. And, we'll talk about different topics that can help some of the different, all generations. Because that's what we are. We are a mixture of different generations, and I think it will help several people. Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us, and I hope that you have learned something insightful. We're going to be joining again in the next few weeks. So if there's any topics or anything you would like to discuss, please DM us and let us know.
Ask
Thank
us
you.
questions.
Yes.